Hey,
Ayo,
yo. Happy,
ayo.
happy Friday. I'm kind of saying that to myself because this is a Friday and a Monday all at the same time. Because I'm back working and back in the mix. But a long day, but just happy. You know what? It kind of does sort of recenter you as far as like really enjoying the weekend sports. That's where most of the big
True.
events happen anyway. So you have something to kind of like build up to, like, man, I can't wait to go home and watch that Laker game. Like, God, I gotta
Yeah.
get out of here, or whatever's going on. So I am happy in that way, and I'm happy to be back to work too. It's just like that first day, like I was telling Tyler before. It's like Avon said, you only do 2 days: the day you go in and the day you go
The
out,
day you go out.
and
Yep.
that's how it feels. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Tyler. As always, hit us up in the comments. Get active. I mean, if you want to start a fight, I'm gonna maybe not. I might be the ref looking the other way. But well, I'm just saying. But
It's
thank
it's
you
always
guys.
it's always no DQ matches here at
Yeah, hit us
on
up at the
Core TP.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. 100%. But call the link. Hit us up in the comments. Let's stir it up. Let's get excited for a Friday. Tyler, how are you doing on this Friday? And just kind of what are you looking at going into the weekend?
Yeah, doing pretty good, man. Just yeah, looking forward to got a fight card tomorrow night. Got NASCAR races. We got spring training games start on Sunday. Definitely looking forward to that. Uh, got a lot of Letterkenny I'll be binging now that you finally got me out of that show.
Yes, you
So
have seen the
yeah,
ways. You have
that's
seen
yeah
the
that,
ways.
that's pretty much my weekend set, Ronnie. How about you? You seem to be doing okay for your first day back at work,
Yeah, it was
anyways.
it was fits and starts. A little bit of a rough beginning because I had to change my password. It caused a whole kerfuffle because of the mask I was wearing. Sorry, Bank of America God. It's all good. Everything's fine. Everyone's safe. I'm glad we're back. But no, yeah, I knew that was going to be a long day. But honestly, I think they're still kind of dealing with the carryover of being closed for so long because Friday usually is just like slammed at the bank, and it wasn't that busy. So I think a lot of people just don't realize that it is back open. So it will like continue to ramp up. But
Oh, buddy, just wait till next week. It's the first of the month.
wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
So
up,
catch your chicks and get up.
get up, get up, get up. It's coming. I know it's coming. But
Oh yeah.
all in all, not too bad, and just fun to come home and talk sports with you guys. So, uh, first things first, of course, suck at mosquitoes. Let's just knock
Always.
that out right off the jump. That's
Yep.
please believe that. Please
Guaranteed it.
believe that.
You can set your watch to that.
As I came home and got set up for the show, and I knew, as you know, this studio is the wildlife studio of record in the City Heights neighborhood.
The
There was
Quarantine Kings Wildlife Preserve.
we have possums, raccoons, chickens. I mean, I've been seeing, some kind of mysterious pee on my whiteboard sometimes.
Oh,
I
sorry
can't
about that.
call it. Could
Sorry about
all
that. That
right.
was
Well,
me.
at least you owned up to it. I respect that.
No,
But
no.
I knew, I knew the chickens were getting a little too comfortable in here. And lo and behold, as soon as I flipped the lights on, literally an egg on my couch, on my seat. I'm not sitting on that egg. I took it inside. I'm going to eat it. I mean, they're good eggs, but that is a violation, man. That's too much. That's chill out, chickens. Let's go back to your house. But
The chicken
yes, I will.
getting into the Thunderdome and just dropping it right there.
Yeah, that isn't that really
Just
like a slap
brazen.
in the face? Like,
Just brazen. Yeah.
but who's here all day? Just us chickens. Boom, we own this. We just let you get rent. So that was upsetting, but at least I got an egg out of it. Whatever. I do see. Well, he's getting set up, so we'll touch on there. I see you on hold, Nick. Get coordinated and kind of get your bearings, whatever. But a little bit of NBA news. Um, the association rolls on.
That's
I
right.
don't really have anything prepared as far as, and I like both guys, but it was pretty hilarious. Zlatan, his comments on his just sort of his feeling about LeBron. He's like, yeah, he's a great player, but no, I don't mix in politics with whatever. And you can make an argument both ways, but his prepared, well, not really prepared. It was like an interview, but his statement on the video was very Zlatan, peak Zlatan. Again, this is the guy that when he left LA, full page ad just said, "You're welcome." That I
no, not when he left LA.
Oh, when he arrived.
When he got to LA.
Big facts. That is the Zlatan, and there is only one. And I do miss him being in LA just because he doesn't get to do the Dan Patrick Show hits, anymore.
True.
But he is a friend of the program, and a favorite.
He could be a friend of this program if you want. He could be a friend of this program. Call in.
Zlatan, hit us up. I don't know. It's probably like 3 a.m, but who knows what kind of life he lives.
It's Italy, bro. They're still up at 3:30 in the morning.
All right. First of all, I think Nick is trying to signal me in some kind of way. So just real quick before you're doing whatever you're going to do, let me bring you in on the Tito Auto Body and Used Tires Celebrity Hotline. Just briefly, I got to see where your head's at right now. Nick, how are we doing this evening?
I am doing amazing up until about 30 minutes ago. I got called back into work.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Hey, the struggle is real. They brought me back for some reason. All right, well,
did we lose him?
Now we're
it
good.
seems like. Wait, well, we got audio.
There we go. Okay.
I'm not going to
And
hold you up. It's not very safe to be driving and participate in the show, but.
Oh, God, no. Oh, God.
He just flipped. He just flipped on the 8 freeway.
All right, we're back.
no.
We're back.
Oh, no.
You guys see me?
Yes, we have you. We have visual. We're good over there, but well, I mean, it sucks to suck, but we all know what it. You got to go to work sometimes. They just make you go.
Yeah, my country
for
calls
some reason.
My country calls me.
Yeah, duty calls. I mean,
duty calls.
And the crazy thing is, I have to go back over the Coronado Bridge. I was like,
Oh, man.
Well, I won't trouble you too much. I appreciate you calling in. Go on, do your thing. Hopefully it's a pretty smooth transition to work. But thank you, as always, for joining. And we do wish you well in your future endeavors in the combat sports world. As we know,
Right.
Nick is now training. He's probably going pro pretty soon. I don't know.
Yeah. I need a name. I need like a ring name. I need like a gimmick. Someone throw something at me.
Look, if you get good enough, you can have maybe a dog collar match against Cody Rhodes, where you maybe can pull that off.
I want an exploding barbed wire match.
All right, you're jumping
gotta go
straight
back
the deep end right there. You're going to
gotta go back
hardcore wrestling.
Got to go back to 90s freaking FMW over in Japan for that.
Oh my God. Yeah, like I need like something. I was like, my first match, I want it to be like a Buffalo Bills Mayhem match. Don't know what to do.
Just this guy just not even handling the basics, just dive right in.
I want all the drama. I want all the worst of it.
And I want my first opponent to be Bruce Smith.
Hey, I mean, he is a friend of the program. That's our guy.
Oh,
But,
God.
That's right.
And I wish him well. Do you really want the Thunder? I mean, if he gets on top of you on the ground, it's over, dude. There's no way.
That's why I'm
Like,
training. That's
You're
why.
not going to roll out before that 3 count. Like, that's it.
You're going to have to get me in a 3 count. That's why I'm training now.
No. I think your ribs will be crushed under that.
I'll grow new. I will grow new ones.
I don't know if that's scientifically accurate, but I like your ambition.
I did have a question, though, in regard to, I know you brought up the NBA. So with the All-Star game coming up, which God knows, I don't know why we're still doing this, because they didn't give us a Pro Bowl, but you're going to give us an All-Star game.
Mhm.
Okay. So with that, is there any protocol? Because you got to think now, like teams were trying to just keep it like, hey, these teams are going to play these teams are going to play these teams. But now you're bringing everyone from all across the country into one area. Like, is the NBA regular season going to have like somewhat of a halt? Because you got to think these guys come in, they go back to their respective teams. Do they have to like quarantine for 14 days? I was thinking about this earlier today. I was like, oh snap, All-Star game,
Well, they're
COVID.
doing like a mini bubble at the site in Atlanta. I still think it's pointless because for the
No
players, the only reason to go is like maybe play that last quarter and go for the MVP and also the parties.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you know, the great Charles Barkley said, this is the Black Super Bowl. All-Star Weekend is just like the event. Like you can get together, you can bring everyone, like host your parties, do these things, do whatever. Saturday night's fun with the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, whatever. But which they're still going to do, but no fans, so who cares? Like I kind of like. There's always a part that's like, all right, you guys do make a lot of money playing the sport, so I kind of don't sympathize on that. But with regards to the All-Star game, I do think it's kind of pointless that they're like forcing it to happen. You saw the mayor of Atlanta like, fans, do not come here. There will not be events. You want please do not come here. It's a TV only event. Like it's like she's already pushing it back too. Like nobody wants to be a part of it, but the NBA is like shoving it down our throats. So it will
Gotta get that
apparently
sponsorship
happen.
money. Gotta get that Kia money. That's where it's at.
Yeah, exactly.
But what's happening like after? Because like it's not like a playoff series where it's over a series of games. This is just one game, and then what? Like your best players have to quarantine for like 10 to 14 days as the season goes
No,
on.
because they're not leaving the country. Like you can still travel state to state.
If they're
and not have
in,
to
yeah,
quarantine for several days.
and that's what if I was a player that I mean, yeah, it's cool. I'm an all-star. I'm one of the best players, obviously handsomely paid, whatever. But it's going to be like a bubble for the players. Like they can't leave, they can't do anything. It's just like show up to the dunk contest, show up to the game, and that's it. Like fly back home. So there's not going to be like a sit out period. But the whole thing just seems like a lot of wasted energy for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there was any year where we could probably do without the NBA All-Star game, I would say it would be this year. But Nosferatu is pushing ahead with it. So thus it must happen.
But you couldn't give us a Pro Bowl, but we'll get an All-Star game.
We don't want a Pro Bowl. I thought that was a gift from the gods.
The players on any regular season don't want a Pro Bowl. They don't
Nobody
care
wants a
about
Pro
it.
Bowl. Honestly, do the Madden Pro Bowl. My thought is like the way they did it this year was like, all right, well, take one player, group them up with like a celebrity. All right, it's kind of cool on TV, whatever. But I honestly like the way you could play Madden now is you could just play as like one guy online, like 11 on 11. So I would like to see everyone that was in the Pro Bowl, picked for the Pro Bowl, play as themselves. Because there's like 7 or 8 guys that don't know how to play Madden, and they just get burned the whole time. Like, this game sucks.
The control is broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, or one of them like only plays on Xbox, but then the game's on PS5. So it's like the controllers, man.
No, hell no. This sucks.
But I think ideally too, first person to probably break the bubble, James Harden, because what's in Atlanta? Strip club.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
That's his priority when he goes to ATL.
Great wings at Magic City, so that is going to be,
So we're told.
I might venture out for. I've heard legend of these wings, so that could be enticing. But I just think it's kind of dumb that they're doing it. I mean, the All-Star game is only for the fans anyway. Yeah. And then as far as the players go, it's just like you can hang out. They're all kind of friends now, so. Like, oh, yeah, we're on different teams. We go at each other, throughout the season, playoffs, whatever. But, hey, come to my party at this club or this whatever. Like, and you can't do any of it. Like, what's the point? Like, it sucks for the players. Fans can't go. It already sucks on TV. I mean, I like the fact that nobody plays defense. Like, all right, that's cool. Yeah. Honestly, I like the rookie-sophomore game more. Or I guess now it's like international versus USA players, however they're doing it. Because it just ends up like 200 to 210. Like, all right, they definitely don't play defense in that game. And it gave us the, J. Will elbow pass.
That's right.
Things like that where it's just like, all right, no one could ever do this in the game. You'd be benched for like the rest of your life. But nobody cares. It's just fun for everyone. But this seems like it's fun for no one. So I don't know why they're doing this.
So like Devin Booker and Trae Young be mad at all that they were snubbed from the All-Star game?
Well, kind of as a side note to that, there is one upgrade for one gentleman, Mr. Domantas Sabonis, because Kevin Durant can't play. And just so happens he's got a $1.3 million bonus in his contract for making the All-Star game. So KD is going to be fine. He's not like on death's door or anything. He's just too hurt to play. He's not going to go to the All-Star game, the very optional All-Star game. But credit to this young man coming up on 1.3 mil. That's an easy lick.
So he needs to invest that in TQK stocks. Got it.
There we go.
Well, he's going to have to take that up with you because as far as I know, you're like the majority shareholder. So, you guys can work that out.
You actually run us because of how invested in the stocks you are.
Yes.
That's why you always have a direct line, even if you're in the car, going over the Coronado Bridge. Doesn't matter. No, patch him in. He is the COO of this entire operation.
Oh, God. Oh, man. Jesus.
What, you just realizing how much money you wasted by buying all those stocks?
It's not money wasted. This is
to the moon. To the moon. It's going.
I'm just looking at the Morisco truck, and
ooh, there you go.
People are literally like feasting. Oh, now they're all leaving because of social distancing. But it's like, oh wow, this thing is popping. I'm at the liquor market right down the road from me.
Dude, food trucks on a Friday night, man. There's nothing better.
Yeah.
Oh, especially if you get the Mexican food, San Diego trucks.
Oh.
That's like the real deal.
Moody's.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. It's just not. And there's a homeless guy now that I don't know what he's doing.
Also very San Diego. Well, I will not keep you any longer, but thank you for calling in. I feel like you're stuck there in the parking lot, so I don't want to hold you hostage. As you have.
I'm good. I'm very entertaining watching. Very entertaining.
But thank you as always. Much appreciated. If you want to start to, fight in the comments, I'm not going to say no.
Cowboys suck.
What happened?
Cowboys suck.
Oh, there you go. All right, Justin, what are you going to do with that? Come on. Bang out.
Like F you.
Let him bang, bro. Let him bang.
I do let you bang. You know I let you bang. Let me bang, bro.
You want to die, rip a lip?
Top shelf Sully boys?
It's some snipers.
All right. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
I won't hold you up any longer, but
keep the fire.
As always, a pleasure. Keep the fire.
Yep.
Thank you as well. There he goes again on the Tito Auto Body and Used Tire Celebrity Hotline. On that note, as well, I see we have another caller on the line that I will bring in on the Chew Dental Lab Celebrity Hotline. Chew Dental Lab, 2334 University Avenue. Or maybe it's an alley. I don't know. It might be a half. Either way,
it's definitely an alley.
just don't end up there. That would be, if I could picture their slogan, I would say, you don't ever want to be here because it's going to be bad for you. But
when I visited you, I took my picture outside of that thing, and it was honestly the most terrifying experience of my life.
As I said, it's voted San Diego's most likely place for a Saw sequel to break out 5 years running. But bringing in on the Chew Dental Lab Celebrity Hotline, we do have No ID Justin on the program. Justin, how we doing this evening?
Good, man. How you guys doing? I got a lot of background noise as usual, so I'll try and fed
That's
the
all
mute
good.
button as much as possible.
I might get
Happens.
swooped up on by a rooster or something at this point. I don't know. They're just flagrantly laying eggs on my actual seat here, so that's just an abomination. But thank you for joining us. Let's more like Chew Meth Lab. I can't say what goes on in there. It just seems like
You don't want to know what
wanna
goes
know.
on in there.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it this way though. If it is a front for a meth lab, it's good. I mean, you produce your own customers essentially. You get people addicted to meth, they lose all their teeth, and then they come to see you.
True.
So,
That's smart. That's
you
smart
That is
know,
business.
sustainable.
it's
And
a good, safe way to launder money in the same establishment too, which is always
also
the problem.
the Baron giving a parting shot to Nick, or just like a blessing. Keep the sea lanes open, Nick, please. Yes. I salute you. And Jaime, Justin, showing love. And I did not even know about this. Did he just retire?
Yeah. No,
Damn.
re-signed.
Oh, re-signed. I thought it was resigned. So I was
Yeah,
like, all right,
yeah.
I'm very confused by that. He seems like he still has plenty of prime years left to go.
It's
Well,
one of
that's
those
good news.
That's one of those really bad ones that the English language needs to fix, dude, for real.
Spelled the same way, they mean two completely different things. Yeah.
Got to throw that hyphen is key, my man.
Yep.
And before we, delve off into other topics, while we're still in basketball, and I do want to allow time for the actually, you know what? I'll let Tyler illustrate this because he brought this to my attention last night. I don't know what happened at the end of this Nuggets game, but the picture kind of says it all. Like, someone go to the basket. What is happening here? You're down two.
The Nuggets were down 2, time running out. Washington had the ball. They put up a shot. They brick it. Denver gets the rebound. Under 10 seconds left. They get a 4-on-1 breakaway. Murray taking the ball down court. He did the right thing. He stopped at the arc to bring the defender forward. The problem is the other 3 guys for the Nuggets all also pulled up. They're actually almost all in the exact same position too in this photo, which is really weird. But they all pulled up at the 3. All 3 men leaving a wide open lane to tie the game to go to overtime. Even Murray himself was kind of like, you could see he was like, I thought one of you guys was running to the lane, so he kind of threw his pass off. They wound up missing the shot. I'm just like, does nobody have the basketball IQ to charge? I know we're in an era of the 3 is the thing, but does one guy just not think oh man, there's literally nobody between me and the basket? I can tie this up with an easy layup and we'll see what goes on from there.
It kind of just seems like, that's just sort of basic, they're literally giving it away. Just someone go down there, catch it, just tap it off the glass, and all right, we're good. But that's the world we live in.
This is the old. See, they got it backwards. You're supposed to play for overtime when you're at home.
Exactly.
You want to go for the win on the road. So, maybe lack of fans, lack of common sense. It's almost like watching the picture is eerie because it almost looks like somebody photoshopped at least 2 people out of it. There's no way that on a basketball court full of 10 people that 4 of them should be right there and only 2 1/4 of a leg are in the picture even. You know what I mean?
Well,
in
they
a
don't
crunch
allow
time.
fans in there, and apparently they also only allowed 3 Raptors players and 4 Nuggets players, but that still seems like a mismatch.
No, it's crunch
social
time,
distance,
dude.
obviously, but
it's crunch time. Was there a car accident on the other end of the floor? Why are the other dudes not down there? There's 3 seconds left in a 2-point game. You should be hustling your ass off. So, yeah, it's weird. It's almost or those telestrator things that they have, with the modern technology where you can click a frozen player and move them. It's almost like somebody just moved those guys out of the screen. This is what we saw. What? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. And then it's I almost wish somebody should get it and screen grab it and then take all 3 of those dudes and hover their 3-point shooting percentages above their heads. So
just
like
NASCAR does. He's currently going 189.6 miles an hour.
Yeah,
telemetry. All right, this fool's shooting 15%. Just go to the basket, bro.
And then you got Jamal Murray, you just draw lines from Jamal Murray, like selection 1 shoots 32% from behind the arc. Selection 2 shoots 27% from behind the arc. Selection 3. And then you cut back to Jamal Murray and it's like chances of taking 2 dudes 1-on-2, 72%, like you
Like,
might as well just do that at this point.
Actually, what I'd like to see is I like your idea of let's put their 3-point percentage above them, and then let's put underneath that their percentage of made layups with 0 defense in front of them.
Yeah, totally.
Let's just compare those numbers.
He's shooting a staggering 98% when he's unguarded 4 feet from the basket. Oh, wow. Who could have seen that coming?
Yeah, and that's weird too. Is this a bad sign for analytics or a good sign? Are all these guys lining up for that? Because every single one of those dudes, they look at their single individual analytics and they're like, dude, if I get the shot from behind the arc right here with nobody in my face, I shoot 90%. Is that what they're doing? Like super 5-head thinking? Or is it just like they're all just, I have to assume they all just completely lost track of the play, the time, the situation, where everybody was at. And you can't have that, man.
I would say it's more of a situation thing because honestly, that's just the way it's played now. It's just like get threes up. It's the most efficient way to score more points. Like we'll just chuck them up. We'll shoot, 35%, but if we get 70 of them up in a game, like we're still going to put up a ton of points. But I think it's more of a situation thing. Like, just read the room, dude. Like, they're just giving you the basket right there. Just go down there, hit a little bunny, bank it in, and we're chilling.
Like, I would even have to think, though, even analytics says, like, look, if you've got a chance between a 3 and a wide open layup, take the wide open layup. Like, I don't even think this is an analytical thing. I think this is just 3 dudes on the same team that made a terrible basketball IQ play.
Hey, man, floor's hot lava. Inside 3-point line.
Exactly.
It's all lava. That's it. Yeah, that could be it.
You can't have it, dude. Look at the ref. He's even trying to get out of there. He's like, oh, shit, that's a point.
Oh, no.
I fucking stepped in.
I'm burning my feet.
They're melting to the floor right now. Nobody wants to be down there.
How dope would it be if that ref cut to the basket and threw his hand up and Jamal Murray hit him for an alley-oop, dude. He just goes up and like 360s it. That would be amazing. Dude.
Yeah, just throw the finger up. Hey, hit me on the run. Hit me on the run.
Special guest referee James White. That's what's going on there.
I love the idea of a guest NBA referee because it's still like some 45-year-old dudes out there that could dunk that played in the league.
No, you just go get all the dudes from N1. You get like Escalade and
Escalade,
half man, half amazing. Half man.
Hey, yo.
The spider.
I was always a big Professor fan, man. Give me the Professor.
That's my godson. That's my godson. Let's watch it.
I remember just being young and I was playing basketball at the time too, and like that guy was like my spirit animal. I was like, look at this dude. He's totally not the one that should make it out of all these dudes, and he's going to.
He's got handles, dude. He's cooking them.
Yeah.
And that was like the Ultimate Fighter reality show for fucking street ball before that, years before that show, dude. Like years before that show. And it was worse because they had him traveling on the bus. They were like, all right, you're just gonna roll on the bus with us, and you're gonna play against the best people everywhere we go. Like that shit was fucking brutal. Imagine if they did that with Ultimate Fighter. Like, all right, dude, we're just gonna go tour around like Central and South America, and you're just gonna fight the best people out there. That shit would be so amazing, dude.
I also loved one of the things I always loved was that like there was no set like ending to the game. It was just whenever somebody did a big dunk and the entire crowd rushed the court to celebrate. That's when the game ended.
It's like, wait a second, dude. You guys are down by like 40. What the hell? You don't win.
Game's over. That was just an ender right there. Like, oh, baby.
The dude got his ankles broke. That's over. The announcer walked up. The announcer dropped the mic. That's game.
He just left. It didn't even end on a play. It just ended on a dribble. Some guy fell down and everybody rushed the court. That was it.
Oh! Yeah. Oh! Yeah, just everyone swarming the court, waving towels. That's it. All right. Well, they're already on the court. There's no way we can go back.
Those tapes were the business. Those tapes were the business when they came out. You had Rafer Alston, right? Skip to Malou.
Rafer, yes.
Out there, like he was bought like there, dude.
The original mixtapes, yeah. Hot Sauce, all these guys, just like
yeah, good show.
off someone's forehead, like behind the back, like fake, throw it over their head and then pull it back.
Yeah, man, that was good stuff. I remember seeing that and being like, dude, the Globetrotters have got to hate this. They're like, fuck, we're done.
Our brand
Right,
is
yeah.
dead.
Nobody's gonna want to see our shit. You got dudes dunking and then hanging upside down like Spider-Man. Like, we're not doing that shit.
Last thing I have on basketball right now is, and I did see they pull off the win, but as we live in this COVID world, Nick Nurse and like all of his next 5, next in line, it's like, if the president gets taken out, all right, you're going to be president. All those fools could not play because of the protocols or coach or be on the sidelines, be anywhere around the team. And I did see a lot of people clamoring for, which I was rooting for. Alas, it was not to be. But just let Lowry coach. He wants to.
Oh yeah.
We saw him in the All-Star game drawing up plays a couple years ago, and I did see a lot of people clamoring for this. Yeah, you can see right there. He's like, all right. I like where he hands the clipboard back to Ty Lue at the end, too. Like, no. All right. I'm done with this. We know what we have to do. But alas, again, sorry, it was not to be. But they did win. I think they won by like 15 points or something. Like, it was an easy 122 to 111. But it is the Rockets. I mean, we're
I
just
think
talking
it's
about
Rockets like 10th loss in a row, something like that.
Yeah, lads, it's Tottenham. It's the Rockets. I mean, come on. What are we talking about right here? We don't even need a coach. And actually, the guy that stepped up to be deputized into that was Sergio Saccaraiolo. I don't even know this fool. He's 59 years old, from Italy. Got his first NBA coaching win. Also got his first coach's challenge overturned win. But hey, good for him.
And
But
he's
the
already
Rockets
been
do
offered
suck.
the head coach position.
Yeah,
Signed him
exactly.
to a 6-year deal.
We got the new guy now. We don't need you, Nick. It seems like you make too much money.
Now I'm curious, does this, because I know when, oh, you know what? I got sirens. Carry on.
Dude, they've been in my neighborhood all night. Don't worry about it.
I was really hoping for a player-coach scenario. I know it's very unlikely that would happen. But, Lowry, he's been extended. He's obviously established floor general of that team. And as we know, he does have a passion for kind of wanting to pick up that clipboard and, like, draw these plays up. Like, all right, this is what we're doing off the inbounds. This is what we're doing on, get the rebound, like, different clock situations. He seems to have a mind for it. It just would have been funny if they did let that happen. But obviously they didn't have to. They still got the win. I just thought it was a fun novelty of an idea maybe it could happen. But alas.
My question is, when Steve Kerr couldn't coach those games and Luke Walton was filling in, I remember they said that, like, Steve Kerr still got credit for all those wins as a coach. So I wonder if Nick Nurse still gets credit for that win, even though it would have been that head coach's, debut as a head coaching win.
Record book wise, I would say he probably must have to, because he's still the head coach of the team. But hey, shout out to my Italian guy. It was all him. It was all him. Not the Rockets sucking.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm curious what the chain of command is. Like, how far down do they go before they finally tell a player, like, okay, you can do this? Like, are we talking like the towel guy, the Gatorade guy? Like, how far down do they go?
Yeah, we get a trainer out there. This guy, I mean, he looks great in a polo. I feel like he could do it. Like, what else do you have to do?
How far
the
down?
Head of marketing is down there.
How far down the list is Whoopi Goldberg for each team? Also, because I'd like to know.
She's actually she's number 2 on every NBA team's list.
Exactly.
Actually.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Whoopi Goldberg is the designated survivor for every NBA team. So, if it really goes down, it's going to be Whoopi out there.
Yeah, good stuff.
But let's move it along. Did have a little bit of NFL. This has been going on. It's a weird off season for quarterbacks.
Yeah, good. Go to some
especially-
NFL.
Well, we do have our Cowboys insider here on the line, so and also Lions. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to besmirch that, but Russell Wilson, weirdly, there's you could be Aaron Rodgers and just kind of be like a dickhead and be like, I'm not happy with the situation, just kind of like jab. But apparently this will put in a list of like, all right, well, if it doesn't work out, I want to play for like these 4 or 5 teams. So that's kind of a weird twist to the tale, but I think it's going to be an unprecedented quarterback offseason that maybe everyone's like piggybacking off the Brady thing. Like, there's only one Brady, but this fool left. He went to a different team, just like burned down all the bridges, and he's still good. So why can't I go? And then Goff getting traded was like, I almost didn't think that was possible, but the Rams just give their draft picks up to everyone apparently. Who knows? I still don't know about the Watson thing. I just think that's like a bridge too far, but with the money he makes. Anyway, but this was a weird one that sort of broke last night.
Yeah, just like the Bears is just like the weird thing to me. Like of all teams, what could go to the Bears? But
I can tell you why right now. Ciara is originally from Chicago. Her mother still lives in Chicago, so she does a lot of charity work in Chicago. So that would be my first inkling, is to think that that's why they're so heavily involved as one of the 4 teams.
The funniest thing I heard about this all day was on Dan Patrick's show. He was like, just the fact that Russell Wilson considered playing for the Bears is probably like their greatest moment in quarterback history. Just that brush, just like, man, he would actually consider coming here. Like that is how sad the quarterback situation has always been for the Bears. Like
don't
you
dare be,
dude, Cutler was
don't
pretty
you dare
good.
besmirch Sexy Rexy like that. Don't you dare besmirch Rex Grossman. Sexy
that's
Rexy.
My boy. Sexy Rexy is my boy though. Don't get it twisted.
McAfee and those guys are always referencing Team 3, and they've also been bringing to light, the last couple of weeks, what I've been even kind of laughing about is, have we heard "Go Hawks" at the end of an interview for the last time out of Russell Wilson's mouth? Is it gonna? We'll never again hear the "Go Hawks." how he ends every. It's gonna be something else. So.
I do. Well, while we're on the subject of the NFL, I'm bringing in a new feature to the program. This is going to be our Bengals Insider. Believe it or not, yes, we do have a Bengals Insider. We got resources, dude. We have a Lions Insider. You never thought it would happen. Bengals Insider. We got everything. So on the, let's say, Corey's Market and Liquor Celebrity Hotline, Corey's Market and Liquor. Again, that's going to be 3151 University Avenue. They do check IDs. Please believe that. We are bringing in BDDFC, which, in case you don't know, you will soon know. That's Big Dick Daddy from Cincinnati. Ferguson, how are we doing this evening?
Good evening, Core Team Kings. First time caller, one time listener. This is Big Dick Daddy from Cincinnati. BDDFC. Hashtag Eagle Sucks. Hashtag Joey Burrow, the future. How y'all doing tonight?
We were talking last night, and I do agree. Burrow would have got Rookie of the Year. He just got hurt. I mean, then you have to give it to Herbert. So
breaks my heart.
Breaks my heart. It sucks that he got hurt. You still got, that's the franchise guy going forward. So don't feel bad about that. He was in line for that Rookie of the Year trophy, but the numbers he was putting up was insane. It's the only good player on this team is him. They have 500 yards every game.
But you've seen it coming. He's thrown the ball 40 times. He has no protection. I'm surprised he made it to week 11. I thought he was going to get hurt way before that.
And he still likes to get out there and mix it up and run around. I mean, he's not he's game to run around, but he's not really a fast guy. He's just he has enough heart to be I'll just tuck it and run. So all that was building up to oh man, someone's going to kill this fool at some point. I feel bad. But
you know what? I mean, it was a major concern because he went from playing behind that amazing offensive line and the amazing offense at LSU, and now you're throwing him out there with the worst offensive line in the NFL. I mean, it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate, but it's also kind of I kind of saw it coming.
Penthouse, outhouse. Hey, welcome to the NFL. You're the worst team.
Joe Mixon was hurt. He had no running game. He's out there throwing it 40, 50 times a game. I think there was a Thursday night football game. He threw it 60 times. So
Yeah, that was against the Browns, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Terrible.
I think he started, the 9 games or 10 games or whatever it was, and I think he had just slightly over like 400 attempts this year. So on average, you're thinking, 40
That's
a game at least,
insane.
dude.
That's insane.
And he was putting up numbers too. I think he was close to, he's between 2,000 and 3,000 yards, and if I'm not mistaken, like he had double-digit touchdowns and only like 5 picks. So it wasn't like he was turning the ball over like Tiny Hands Daniel Jones or none of those guys. He was really good. I think almost like I said, I know it was double-digit touchdowns. He might have been close to like 3-to-1 touchdown to pick ratio. So he's gonna be great, dude, for sure.
Yeah. So hope the Steelers don't try to hurt him. Hey, where do y'all rank Mitch Trubisky in your Bears lineup of quarterbacks?
Oh man, I mean, yeah, I don't. But as you pointed out to me last night, it is amazing.
He's number 2. He's number 2. You got Jay
Bears
Cutler.
have a quarterback named Mitch Trubisky. I was like, oh, he's a union guy for sure. Like he probably works at like a steel mill.
Yeah.
Like that's Chicago, like all the way to the core. Like, all right, that kind of makes sense. He's just kind of a bum.
Like he was born to be a Bears quarterback. But if Russ does go,
that is a cutting insult. That's one of those. Like it sounds nice, like just on paper, but then like when you know anything, you're like, oh, that's actually really bad.
Oh man, maybe they'll do a 1-for-1 swap and he'll go to Seattle.
1 for 1.
The thing, like, I don't even bash Trubisky. Is just like, all right, he's mediocre at best, maybe not that great. He's good enough to be in the NFL, whatever, on some team. It's just the trading up to get him. Like, no one else was going to take him, and he just gave John Lynch and the 49ers, like, extra shit to get him. I was like, we weren't
Deshaun
worried about
Watson,
this fool, but all right.
Yeah, I don't even think it's – yeah, boy, he was going to say probably where Deshaun Watson went. I was going to say I don't even think it's so much that they traded up to get him. It's just that they traded up, and then the guys that went after him, and Watson and Mahomes, it's like
You're
that
just reading
alone.
off names, like,
yeah, it doesn't even matter at that
That's
point.
the most
like
bear shit I've ever seen in my life.
They could have picked them right before Watson and Mahomes. At that point, it doesn't matter. Like you picked them before those two guys, so inevitably you're always going to be ripped for that. And that's talking about douchey Russ. Like I don't want Russ replacing the handsome dude that's taking up my face space right now. If I feel
Live on the line, we have Dak Prescott. Yes,
Yeah,
you may think his voice sounds different, but no, this is actually him.
If they're
on the,
gonna
Celebrity Hotline.
I've been a fan. You guys know I've been a fan for 30 plus years. If they're not going to pay this guy, but you're going to bring in Russ with the attitude he's displayed right now with this current team, you're going to bring that guy in and pay him essentially more than you would be paying this handsome gentleman right here.
For sure.
I just don't know if I can stomach that. You know what I mean? Like that'll be rough for me. Maybe I'll start rooting for old Justin Bear over there in Boltland. So,
bro, just come over. Enjoy the life of pain that I already live by choice of being a Raider fan.
My dad.
I would take Mitch over Derek Carr.
Yeah, my dad is Darth Raider. He is my father. So Darth Raider's been trying to bring me over.
But I might also. Derek Carr makes me sad.
Top five passer last year.
Mitch,
top 5 rated passer last year. Derek Carr. Man.
He wasn't the problem last year. I'll give him that. He wasn't the problem.
Oh, you guys' defense was as bad as ours, man.
It's terrible.
You guys' defense was breaking like Dak's ankle, man. Just like ours, dude. It was terrible.
Just flip in like I don't know. Give me Ohio State's defense, and just take them all out for the Raiders players. I'll take my chances because that seemed like what it was. A bunch of guys that didn't know what the NFL was all about. I'm like, dude, what? We're actually decent, but we can't stop anyone, so we're gonna 8-8. Great, it's awesome.
Maybe add Nick Saban. Maybe that's the key.
There you go.
No, Nick Saban. I will not take Nick Saban, but I would, maybe entertain the possibility of Cyber Saban. That guy's a winner, and he will take even less shit than the real Saban. I mean, look, he's a freaking cyborg.
Don't worry about the Raiders defense, man. Gus Bradley's coming in to save the day.
Our prayers are answered. Good. Can't wait to look forward to the draft after week 3 again next season. Awesome. But on the note of quarterbacks, sorry,
he's not
go
even
ahead,
coming
Tyler.
as a coach. He's not even coming as a coach. He's coming in as a free safety.
Hey, you got a strong back? We could use you. We need people out there that can actually just stay on the field and not maybe take terrible personal fouls all the time. You know, I'm too heated right now, but I did want to get on the Watson thing. So, yeah, this situation just continues to kind of devolve into more and more weirdness. But I was telling you last night, BDDFC, that if I was if you're Houston, he already did the extension. Like, don't just give him up for nothing. Like, he is under contract. Don't just bend over and be like, oh, he doesn't like it here. Like, whatever, dude. Get your money's worth back. I mean, you're not going to get that value back, but don't just, like, get bent over and just like, oh, he's not happy. We got to let him go. Like, it's already a huge just, like, rebuild going on in Houston.
Yeah.
So I get why he wants to leave, but the team has leverage here. Like, it's not like the NBA where it's just like, I won't play again until I'm traded.
I love the loyalty is everything. Don't you ever forget. Somebody should tweet back a picture of him signing a $135 million contract extension like a
where's
year
the
ago.
loyalty in that?
Like, yeah, totally, dude. I agree.
It's probably like 1 year to the date that he signed it. He was like crying on TV with his mom about it.
Yeah, it's like loyalty is everything. Yeah, no, they haven't forgot, bro.
Until it's not. And then when it's inconvenient for loyalty to be everything, then it's not.
Loyalty is everything, and the cost of loyalty is 2 to 3 first-round picks. Deal with it, my friend.
There you go.
I just don't understand what these quarterbacks want. What qualifies them to be NFL scouts after playing in the league for a few years? You know.
I know.
I mean,
and then it's just like, yes, Bill O'Brien sucks. All right, we all got that, but you extended when that fool was the coach, and they were like making him more powerful.
I mean,
so you kind of knew what was going on.
It's the Mahomes effect, man. Like, Mahomes is like just set this almost unmatchable bar for performance among quarterbacks. I mean, up until that Super Bowl, you know, it's like that guy seemed almost untouchable. Couple dings and dents in terms of injuries, but it looked like that offense was unstoppable. So I feel like people see that, and these quarterbacks just feel like, well, why don't I have that? You know, they watch this guy week in and week out and just think, why don't I have that? Why don't I have Tyreek Hill? Why don't I have all these weapons? Why don't I have Andy Reid calling this offense? It just doesn't work that way.
That's because no one else has that.
Yeah.
That's why.
It doesn't work that way. Not every formula.
That's an unreal thing that Kansas City has put together. Like,
there's
the fact that there's one team put together is crazy.
And there's not a set formula for Super Bowl wins, man. We've seen, you know, the greatest show on turf Rams teams win, you know, Super Bowls. We've seen the Ravens teams and the older Bucks teams, you know, win it on defense. We've seen, you know, the Patriots do it a number of ways. It's just like that's just the nature of the NFL. If there was a set process and a set formula for winning it, then everybody could just copy it and try and do it. It don't work that way. And I get what he's saying, man. The Jack Easterby thing is just super weird. Like, that guy's whole influence over the franchise and the way that franchise has been ran the last few years, I don't blame that fool for wanting to get out. But again, I can't help but go back. Like, these problems existed when you put ink to paper last time. You could have easily just left that on the table and said, F you guys, I'm going to go to free agency. You know, just lay the franchise tag on me, whatever the hell you're going to do. Then you got some leverage in terms of holding out. But yeah, trying to hold out when you're in the middle of a fucking extension that you just signed, it's asinine, dude. It's stupid. This isn't the NBA, man.
Well, plus I think even more than which I'm still on the side of, like, the team has leverage here. Don't give up the leverage. Like, don't just like kowtow, bend over for this guy. Like, he signed the deal. Like, he belongs, you know, as a player to your team. Like, don't, oh, he's just pissed off. Like, we got to let him go for nothing. Like, no, I wouldn't do that. That's dumb. But he signed the deal knowing what all goes on there. Like, that was under the, like, assumption, like, all right, you're our franchise guy. You're connected with everything that's going on. You agreed to sign up for this. Like, yeah, it sucks to see, like, a really good player in his prime kind of with no mobility or whatever, but it's kind of the gig, dude. Like, you're still paid well. And if you're the team, it's like we just can't let them walk away. Like someone's going to give us like a gang of first round picks. Probably, unfortunately, the Rams don't have any left to spare. They seem to love giving them out, but
maybe the players just want to have player coaches now. Try to get rid of the authoritative coaches. Maybe this is the end of the Bill Belichick's and Bill O'Brien's, and the future of the Andy Reid's, the player coaches. But that's really not true either, because Pete Carroll's the players coach, and Russ is trying to get out of town.
Yeah, and I think, especially the NFL, college football, even like high-level college football, that the whole thing with the Bill O'Brien thing was like, this is dumb. This will never work. Like, I knew it was not going to work, and then we saw that it did not work. But everyone's so good at what they do, you can't just like let one person run everything. So a player coach, although it would be wildly entertaining, let Mitch coach. Bears, get rid of Nagy, let Mitch cook. But it's too complicated. It's too like many moving parts, people to keep track of, like different, like, this is like the defensive line, like special teams, like quality control coach. Like there's so much that goes into it. You have to have like a bunch of heads and eyes on it all the time. So yes, it sucks what happened with Bill O'Brien, but I don't know, Deshaun, I get that you want out. I'd like to see you, thriving on whatever team. I don't care about the Texans anyway. But if I'm the team, I'm just like, dude, you signed the contract. Like, we're not just going to give you away.
Do you understand my frustration, though? We got a guy that wants to be with the effing team. He's freaking putting up nasty numbers with a garbage-ass defense and a falling-apart O-line and a top-paid running back who can't hold on to the ball. He wants to be with the team and he can't get paid. But then you got Deshaun and Russ, who've both been paid and want the hell out and are just
want to leave.
They're trying to burn the franchises to the ground on their way out. It's just so effort. Like, Jerry's lost, dude. Like, I don't know, man. It's rough, man. It's rough.
You know who will never do that? Happy to be there, Derek Carr. Because this fool's just cashing checks. He's like, hey, I'm pretty good. I'm like slightly above average. Hey, well, let's talk about an extension. Like, I'm not going to make waves. Come on, guys.
Like a poor man's Kirk Cousins.
How dare you?
Yeah,
dare you?
Don't you dare besmirch Derek Carr like that. That's hot trash, dude.
Fresno State's favorite son, Derek Carr. I will not accept this slander on the program. How dare you?
Oh my goodness!
I was about to say, look, I was going to say, me and BDDFC, we both don't know about these quarterback problems you're talking about. We got our guys set for a while, so
hey, you guys are locked.
You guys got
we got 5-year window. 5-year window.
That's right.
You guys, once that extension rolls through, the team's over.
You guys got your quarterback set for a while. If you can fix your offensive line and your medical staff that issues shots to the lungs, like, you guys will be fine.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
You guys will be fine.
Maybe that was a Sage move, though, where he's just like, finger slip. Oh, Tyrod, my bad, dude.
See, that's exactly, because that's what got Herbert on the field. He was actually the MVP of the year. He got Herbert on the field.
We saw the bounty that came out of that.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Those guys are both good quarterbacks. CeeDee Lamb was the most impressive rookie all year. Let's be honest.
No, I don't think so. No.
Whoa, above Higgins?
I don't think so.
T. Higgins?
Honestly, if we're talking receivers, that fool Justin Jefferson was really good with the garbage-ass Kirk Cousins. And Claypool was really good as well with, Ben.
Old man Ben. Yeah.
Old man Ben. What do you guys think on Breeze? And is Breeze gonna try and come back? He cannot throw the ball for shit.
It was plainly obvious. Like, it was like, I'm not a Saints fan either. Like, I don't care about the Saints.
Oh
man,
they should have never let Teddy Bridgewater go. That could have been the bridge quarterback.
Teddy, you're a big Deuce McAllister guy.
They got Jameis waiting in the wings.
Does Drew Brees go hard on the HGH this offseason and just bulk up and come in like a nasty
maybe? Just tack on like 35 pounds of muscle.
Eat a lot of horse meat this offseason.
He's not going to beat Tom Brady over in Tampa Bay. He might as well just retire.
Breeze got rid of that. He got rid of that birthmark on his face, man. That was like his Samson hair. Like, shouldn't
I
have
thought it
got
just
rid of
get
that.
like when they
That's where
lose,
he
it
Or his
gets
lost all his
bigger.
powers.
That was his power crystal. That was his power
That's it,
crystal.
Jeez.
I think no, he should not. But these like long term, like Rodgers, Brady, like these kind of quarterbacks, they try to like stick around maybe too long. Not in the case of Brady, I would say, but we'll see what happens with Rodgers. You were great, yes, like everyone saw it, but
Father Time is undefeated.
even like just watching it on TV, I was like, dude, he looks hurt all the time. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't even like it hurts me to see him try to throw like 30 yards. It's just like, oh, it came up short. Like,
I
just
think
walk away, bro. You had a
that
good.
was that was the big thing is in that playoff game when they ran that gadget play, they couldn't get anything going on offense. They run a gadget play and it's Jameis Winston chucking the ball 60 yards. It
He
was
does
like,
have a cannon.
dude, like, come on, man. Like it's
If
They
Jameis throws it, it's gonna end up in somebody's hands, the other
They
team
ran a
or
ga-
his team. It doesn't matter.
They ran a gadget play that everybody in the world except for the 11 guys on defense saw coming.
I
Yeah.
know. That blew my mind. I was like, all right, very long setup. We know what's happening here. Also, why is Jameis out here? So something weird is happening,
I mean, I feel
and
like
then they just hit it.
with Drew Brees, it's almost like the old baseball scenario, like towards the end of, the steroid era, there was all these old timers that were hanging in there and they were like blocking all this young talent from getting into the league. And there's so few limited like quarterback positions because teams devote so much to that position that and I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine who happens to be a Lions fan. So he's really rough, coming from
You
rough
are the
country.
Lions insider.
But so we were just discussing it. The way these GMs look at, they don't look at it by player base. They look at it by position base. So if you have a quarterback who's making 40 million, you're not going to want to, you're limiting your opportunity to really develop the next guy because you're not going to devote as much money to that position. So that's why, like you guys were saying, like he pointed out, you're almost out that 5-year window where you have them locked under rookie control, and you get that fifth
Right.
year where you can exercise that option if they're a first round pick. But it's just tough now to really develop guys, and I think with Drew Brees, it's a similar situation. Like there could be a guy. Look at Taylor Heineke. I mean, for Christ's sake, that guy came out of nowhere for Washington.
Hey, that's our guy.
Nobody. I
All
mean,
heart, all balls, all
Tampa Bay's
balls.
defense rolled everyone in the playoffs, and I understand Vita Vea wasn't there, in the Washington game, but I mean, they steamrolled team's offense all throughout the NFC playoffs and all the way through the Super Bowl. And Taylor Heineke, of all people, had good success. He played like 2.5 quarters of really good football, was making plays. He's out there running. He's out there throwing dimes. So you can find those quarterbacks, man. It's the chance to let it happen with all these old timers hanging on. It's really tough to do.
As they get paid,
He was
more
like
and
Shane
more, it's
Flacco.
more. Yeah.
Footsteps Flacco, baby.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Replacement. You got one half.
Yep.
I just saw
Footsteps
what time
Flacco.
it was, so I know we're running over time, but I do want to thank everyone that called in. No ID Justin, Nick, obviously early in the show, Big Dick Daddy from Cincinnati, all love. Thank you for calling in. Our new Bengals insider on the program. Please believe that. Don't doubt that. But thank you guys. Have a great weekend. I know we didn't get into the UFC, some of the baseball. Spring training is back, baby. So enjoy that. We got some WGC action, Premier League, whatever you want. Like we'll talk about whatever. But thank you guys all for helping out, joining in on the show. We do have to get out of here pretty quick, so I want to give up. All right. On that note. There goes No ID Justin. Pay Dak. All right. Well, the gauntlet has been thrown down. But Tyler, anything else to get us out of here?
No, thank you guys so much for calling in. This is great. Like you said, we didn't get to talk about a whole lot of stuff, but I love the chat we got going on. So no regrets there. But thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in. We love you. Keep the fire.
Keep that
Awesome.
god dang fire. Thank you guys.